Okay, so we're about halfway through the course. We're halfway through boot camp. Anybody bleeding or crippled so far, or are we all together here? Okay, we're all together? Yep. So this is check-in time. You know, it's sort of like the boot camp. I look at it like it's a ramp up. It's a ramp. And now we're at the peak. And there's a choice. It's choice time. We can go into decline and work our way out to the end. Or we can just say, you know what, we're at the launching pad. All this has just been preparatory work. We're just getting ready to get started. All this has just been getting ready to get started. Because David's experience, he's in the flow, I think you said, but he's not in the zone. Right? How many of you can relate to that? You're in the flow, but you're not yet in the zone. You guys, everybody here had an experience of being in the zone in your network marketing business? When just everybody you talk to, everything you say, it just all happens. You're just showing up and enjoying it. It's not work, right? It's in the zone. Well, this is breakthrough time. This next session is breakthrough time. This is when we move into the zone. But you got to choose it. I mean, sometimes it's automatic. I find myself, gee, I'm in the zone. Isn't this cool? But more often than not, I got to get myself in the zone. And there's two things involved for me. Anybody, what's involved in getting in the zone? Give it up. Coffee. Coffee? Latte? Choice. All right. Where does choice come from? Yeah. Choice is from me. I've got circumstance. Circumstance, yeah, but circumstance is always there. And sometimes I'm in the zone, sometimes I'm not. Right? So what's different about this circumstance? I mean, if there's a setup circumstance, is this it? Yeah. You're with 40, 50 people. You've got everything supported. You've got a whole support team around you, holding it together, doing the stuff, and you got leadership, and you got time, and hopefully no distractions. So this is the perfect circumstance, right? I mean, does it get any better than this? Yeah, maybe, but this is pretty high circumstance. It's aligned, man. Jupiter is in whatever, and Mars is over here. It's all happening. So this is the time and this is the place, but it's choice. I got to choose it. I can go, well, I'm halfway. I'm over the hump now. I'll just slide into the close, and I did it. I'll get my pen, and I was a founder. I was a pioneer. Yeah, I'm part of that team. Or I can choose. You know what? I ain't seen nothing yet. I haven't seen. I'm going to walk out of here not even recognizing myself. I'm going for excellence. Yeah. I'm going with the heart of a champion. I'm swaggering out of here. And that's all choice, isn't it? It's all choice. And for me, choice, it's an interesting thing because choice, true choice, clear choice, it doesn't come from habit. And choice is not informed by my history. So I could say, well, I've always been to this hump place and I've always failed. So I guess I'll just fail. That's not choice. That's just being a victim of my history or circumstances. Choice is, yep, I've been to this place half a dozen times, and I've fallen on my face half a dozen times, and I'm choosing to win this time. I got no evidence I can do this. You know what? I don't even know if I can do it. I'm not sure how to do it, but I'm choosing to win. In the face of doubt, in the face of worry, in the face of fear, procrastination, circumstance, life, history. I'm choosing. And I'm choosing because what? Why are you going to choose? If you choose, why are you going to choose the winning strategy, to win? Why are you going to choose to win?
Because it feels great.
Because I say so.
All right. Because I say so. Because it feels great. I want my crown. What else?
We've been created to win this.
Yeah, we've been created to win this. This is a high calling, guys. You know, out of the whole entire world, how many are here? How many were chosen? How many were called? How many were called and how many are here? You know, you think about that for a minute. Cindy.
Oh, no, I was saying...
You're here. She's here. Guys, I want you to really get in touch with this because here's opportunity. This is the last full session. The last full session today. And tomorrow, you know, tomorrow's tomorrow. We got half a day officially tomorrow. I mean, it's getting short. See how fast this has gone? Anybody in a time warp? Like, geez, I just got here. I just got here. What, half over? So we're at a place where you can make a meaningful choice count. To choose now, you can take some real power. You can actually grab this thing right now, right here, and have this thing turn out for you. I'm not saying you can't do that at 11:30 tomorrow and we break at 12, but the world being what it is, now is hump time. And you know, I want to acknowledge something too. Not all of us have met our expectations so far. I know I haven't. So more reason to fall into an old pattern, to be a victim, to lower my expectations, to do all that stuff that happens out there in the world all the time. Yep. And you know, it's acceptable to do that out there. It's like, oh yeah, you know, yeah. It's understandable out there. It's actually probably how things work out there pretty much. How many people are calling you forth in excellence in your life? Not just getting by, but calling you into excellence. How many? Where? Where are you getting that? So here, you're being offered excellence. You're being offered the opportunity to be held and supported and to cross the finish line in full blazing glory. And it's about choice. And this, to me, is the crux of boot camp. Is when it's tough, when it's down, when I'm not believing, when I'm behind, when it all looks really funky, to choose for excellence. That's why we call it boot camp.
Does anybody feel like it's boot camp?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hoo-ah!
So this is an internal game at this point. You know, all of you made the calls, all of you done the prospecting, all of you have done that part. So you got that part down. You know, how many of you really needed to be trained to come here to do this? I mean, you all probably all know what this is. Some of you joined yesterday, I get that. This is not about learning to do stuff. This is about doing what you already know for the most part, right? Now here's the part I submit you already know as well, and that's how to choose powerfully, and how to make that stick, how to live into a commitment. Make a choice just because that's what's there to choose, and then to make it stick, to actually operate from that place. Do the actions, pay the price, whatever that is, and get the goodies. So that's what's on offer. And acknowledging and recognizing it doesn't look like I'm going to win. This has been hard. This isn't, you know, I was pounding the phone this morning, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to hit this list, and I'm going to get everybody, and I'm just going to knock this thing out. And, you know, voicemail, 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 voicemail. No, I'm happy in my deal. No, I'm doing great, man. You ought to take a look. You know, how discouraging is that? And you guys, anybody have something similar? Yeah. And I submit every great world-class network marketer has hit what? Same thing. You think they got where they are by, you know, everybody answered? Everybody said, oh, yes, please sign me up. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, you know, David was just up here a minute ago sharing about his journey. I mean, you know, well-connected, internationally recognized, top in the industry. You know, you think he's getting hang-ups, or people just, this is not it, or this is, yeah, sure he is. So it's an inner game. It's a mental game initially, but then it moves down about 12 inches down to here, down into the heart. So I don't know what inspires you. I don't know what your goal is. And it's not important that I know that. But what I know is you have in there the heart of a winner. You have what it takes to do this. To walk out of here, to stride out of here, a full-on champion. I know this. I'm clear about this. It's up to you, ultimately, isn't it? And, you know what I do when I'm faced with this? Sometimes I need some affirmation from outside. So I go, yeah, you know, you can say that, but So if you need that, get that. Get what you need. Whatever it is you need. Maybe you need somebody to say, yeah, let's do this together. Let's buddy up for the afternoon. Maybe you need some kind of some of you who are real competitive, you may need a prize. We've got prizes going. Some of you who operate from, like all of us, from fear of loss, you know, maybe you need to start playing with that piece too. For me, I'll just personal, disclosure. I don't want to be embarrassed. You know, I've made some big commitments. I've gone public and said, I'm doing this. And I'm going to do it because, guess what? I refuse to not do it. Just because I don't want to be. That's who I am. So I don't know what drives you. But I'm just going to say, from where I sit right now, this is hump time. This is hump time. This is where the washouts, you know? And I don't see any washouts in this room, but this is where people could choose to just wash out. And I'm guessing for most of us that's not an option.
No.
And you know, this is an individual choice. And you can choose in the quiet of your heart, or you can stand up and choose. You can come up here and choose. You can make it public. That's a good strategy for you. But I also want to offer, an observation that there will never, ever, in this universe of time, be another inaugural Dream Launch Boot Camp. And you are at it, and this is it. And, you know, this is the one they'll write the stories about. There'll be books written about this. And then we've already had some songs, but they may sing songs about this. And this is being recorded for posterity, guys. You know, these little clipboards you're running around with? I encourage you, just take a magic marker and, write on there, and, Michael Jude 2012, or Julia Reynolds 2012. Because when you are walking across that stage as a crown diamond, and then the next boot camp, and these clipboards show up, and a newbie goes, wow. I've got Penny Wanger's clipboard. From 2012. This is the time. I'm just real clear. What we're doing right here will have outsized impact beyond anything any of us can imagine. For those of you that were either around or alert in 1968, that was an outsized year, wasn't it? Yeah? Doesn't our culture, a big part of our culture revolve around what came out of that time? Yeah? Guys, do not go to sleep. Do not miss this. You may kick yourself, and you know what, the rest of your life, if you miss this. You're here, you've been called, and you've chosen yourself, and you are here. This is a privilege and an honor, and I submit a responsibility. Not to somebody else, but to you. I would love for each of you to be able to stand on stage next year and say, I sourced my business in October at the inaugural boot camp, and that's why I'm up here on stage as a Crown Diamond. Because it can happen that fast. It could happen by convention. You, even if you just started yesterday, could be on this stage as a Crown Diamond. It's entirely possible. We've had people go Crown Diamond in under 9 months. And I can almost promise you that within the next 60, 90 days, you are going to see a Crown Diamond pop who wasn't even in the company 2 months ago. And as David says, that's the 4-minute mile. You know the 4-minute mile story? Nobody could break 4-minute mile in all of humanity. Roger Bannister did it, and guess what? Everybody's breaking 4-minute mile. Oh yeah, 4-minute mile. Not everybody, but you know, lots of people. This is what we're up to. You know, I encourage you to do this for you, primarily, but I just want you to say, behind you stands, as David said, 100,000 people, 200,000 people, and you're breaking the 4-minute mile. You're here doing this. You're breaking it open, and it's a privilege. So whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, and you know, if you're at a loss, if you're hearing this and you're going, yeah, but you know, I don't feel whatever, I encourage you to get back to that dream that got you in this business and kept you in this business. Your vision, your dream, your why. That's the source. That's